Betrayal. Wow, Four of Cups. Ooh! Uh-oh. You rejected this person before. It's over. And that's when the crying starts. Well, as you can see, this reading really brought some drama and it brought a lot of indication for some of you Leos out there. So let's start at the beginning. Your weekly love tarot reading begins with a Nine of Pentacles, a Knight of Cups, Five of Wands, and an Eight of Swords. Your person in this connection, the Devil. Five of Swords, Knight of Swords, ooh, and Three of Swords. Damn. Betrayal. What's the connection here? There's a love connection here, all right. Four of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. Oh, my, Leo. My. With this betrayal here, the Devil, Five of Swords, Five of Wands, this is going to be a ride. First of all, let's get into the connection. The connection is a promise, right? A promise, that initial contract. You and me are in this together. You and me, we like each other. We love each other. We want this. We want to exchange. That's the connection. Bottom of the deck, we have Four of Pentacles, and underneath that full, interesting Four of Pentacles, wanting to hold on to what you have, not wanting to lose what you have so far, right? Holding on. So let's get right into your reading, Leo. You come in with the Nine of Pentacles, and your person comes in with the Devil. Now, the Devil is the card for Capricorn in tarot, so you may be dealing with a Capricorn indeed, but there are a lot of sides to the Devil. With you, Nine of Pentacles, there's a feeling here, Leo, that you are doing really well right now. Your money is up. Your health is up. Your fitness is up. You have abundance beginning to come in. And maybe not beginning. Maybe it's been coming in, but it's ramping up. This energy here of Nine of Pentacles is very much a sort of like a blessing that comes in after a long period of a lot of hard work. Leo, a lot of hard work. And of course, we're going to pull clarifiers and go deeper. So let me start shuffling my clarifying deck. But so that's just the initial energy. Trust me, if you're new to my channel, these readings get a lot deeper and a lot more specific, and they can suddenly turn sideways too. So Devil energy comes in for your person. Devil energy. Well, the Devil is extremely creative, right? The Devil can sometimes be the card for the artist, right? There's two sides to the Devil. There's this extreme creative potential and ability, through such desire. We have desires and wants, and we want to express them. And if we express them in healthy ways, we have art, we have inventions, we have all kinds of incredible things. But if we don't have healthy outlets to express ourselves in, this is where we get into the shadow side of the Devil. We get into addiction and grasping and wanting things. We get into instant gratification to sort of fill that need, desire needs to be expressed. That's human nature. That's the fundamental building block of consciousness, a desire to experience itself. So yeah, if your person's coming in with some hot energy, let's see what it all entails before I go any further. First of all, I want to take a look at you, Leo. What's going on? Show me more about Leo. Wow, Four of Cups. Ooh, uh-oh. Okay. The Devil came in for you too. All right, let me pull your person's cards. Okay. What is going on here? Show me some more for Leo's person. Show me. Wow. Okay, so Leo, you rejected this person before. You have rejected this person before. This is an old flame, I think. An old twin flame, somebody that you've been involved with before, somebody that embodies walking on the wild side, triggers, you know what I'm saying? I started to say addictions, maybe not addictions, but certainly destructive energy that I feel like, I just feel like playing with fire. You know what I mean? That's what I keep hearing. Playing with fire, playing with fire. You know that person. Everybody has that person in their life that they've either dated or been with. That person that no matter what, when they hook up with them or they spend any significant time with them, all of a sudden everything goes sideways. Everything gets crazy. Things get out of hand. Maybe it's a little bit of fun at times, right? But it always ends up leading to a place of like, ah, shit, here we are again. So you've absolutely rejected this person, and yet here they are coming right back in. They're coming right back in. And they have a 10 of wands and a 7 of wands. So, they're coming in. I'm going to tell you, Leo, they're coming in with this attitude of, listen, I've changed. I've let go. I've shed all of that shit. I'm not that devil anymore. That 10 of wands, it feels like it could be that you guys may have been separated for a while and they may have, realized exactly what kind of devil they are. Right, Leo? They may have realized exactly all the things that they were carrying, all of the junk. 10 of wands energy. You can see the figure there still kind of leaning on one wand. 10 of wands, tens are ending and beginning. It's that peak, that moment where you just can't bear it anymore. You just can't stand yourself anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's what I'm hearing and what I'm feeling here, Leo. It's like your person got to a place where they just couldn't stand themselves anymore. They couldn't stand their own selves anymore, their behaviors and all of the dumb things they get into and, all of that. They just couldn't take it anymore for themselves. And it almost feels as though now they're coming in with this kind of like this valor. 7 of wands is valor. They're fighting. They're like, look, I've laid it all down. I realized I got sick of myself and now I'm willing to fight for something. But let's move on because these readings always get much more interesting once we start to look at how you see each other. So you see them as a Knight of Cups and they see you as a 5 of Swords. Leo, what is going on? Listen, you can see that they are trying to schmooze you. You can see they're trying to schmooze you. They're absolutely trying to come back in. Leos, watch out. We're going to go deeper, but watch out because you can see that this person is trying to come back in. They're trying to talk to you again. They're trying to express their love again. I'm not entirely sure if they're love bombing you or not because, as I say, we'll get deeper. We'll go further. But that's what you can see. You can see that they are attempting to come back in. And why? Chances are because you look so damn good, Leo. Chances are. This energy, this 9 of Pentacles is beautiful, strong energy. It's a lot like the Queen of Pentacles. This, when you're resonating with this, you're resonating with fortitude and strength and money, blessings. You look beautiful. You feel beautiful. Your life is beautiful. And so I'm going to say that your person sees you and they're like, oh, damn, I want some more of that Leo. Right? And so they're coming in hard. They're coming in hard, but remember, the Knight of Cups is not necessarily the most dedicated knight in the deck. The Knight of Cups comes in hard. The Knight of Cups can be the love bomber, but he or she can also be the one that steps off just as quickly. Now, your person, what do they see when they see you? A battle. They see a battle. They see a battle to a certain degree that they can't win, right? Something has gone on here, or there's some kind of history here with you and this person where they feel like at the end of the day, they don't, you win, you win, right? 5 of Swords is that kind of energy. Let's see, let's go deeper. First of all, I want to see that Knight of Cups. What do you see when you see them, galloping in on their white horse with another cup of love that you might just pour out again? Judgment there. Oh my God. Judgment. Yes. Right? They want reconciliation. They want forgiveness. They want to be forgiven. Right? They've been out in the jungle too long. They've been in the wilderness too long. Oh my God, Leo. Can you please forgive me? They've been stuck out there in the jungle fighting for themselves. They have some people around. But they realize that those people that they have around them are useless. They're useless. They're not helpful, right? This is a reading, certainly, Leo, for a Leo that has dealt with somebody who maybe has picked the other crowd all the time. Picked, their friends, their buddies, their homegirls or homeboys, and that's one of the things that may have always sort of led them astray, been a negative influence, right? And ultimately, I feel here that this may have been one of the factors that led to the split. And after some time, they found themselves out there with those people and realizing, oh my God, I can't rely on these people. When I really need somebody, or when I really want to do something, or when I've had enough of the party, who's there? They're there, but they're passed out. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's just a metaphor, but you know what I'm saying? And so they're coming in hard with that judgment, that forgiveness. Judgment definitely being the calling card for somebody who wants to be forgiven. Show me Five of Swords. Yep. And that's what they see when they see you. Queen of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. What did I say? They see you surviving. They see you thriving. They see your business increasing. They see your influence increasing, your money increasing, your health increasing. Some of you may have gotten fit recently. Your waist may have been cinched, or your chest may have been bulked up, and you know what I mean? You may have gotten cut. Your business, your job, you might have gotten a promotion. In any case, that Queen of Wands is there. She's a survivor. She survives, and she really wears her heart on her sleeve. And like I said, this is interesting because I just did a reading for Cancer, and it was a little bit similar, not like this, but also kind of like this idea of like somebody was in your life that wasn't necessarily great for you, Leo. This person, and they went on their way. Whoever left who, it may have been a mutual decision regardless, but certainly their behavior is what led to the split. And so it's like, you didn't wallow. You thrived, you've moved on, and now you're the survivor. Queen of Wands is so strong, so strong. And of course they want to come back. Of course they want forgiveness because they could see that they lost something. And when they see you, that Five of Swords, getting back to that Five of Swords, it's a battle that they waged. They waged a battle with you that they are acquiescing to defeat now. You see what I'm saying? It's not so much that you were battling them and you were always like, I gotta win. It's not about that. I wanna clarify that Five of Swords energy I feel here. This is how your person sees you. They see now that this battle they've had with you, this battle that the two of you have had, was ridiculous. And it was a battle that they were perpetuating, and they've given in. They realize it's stupid. They realize that they're missing out, right? They're missing out on their Leo. How do you see this relationship? Let's move on. More fives. Five, remember in tarot, folks, five is the number for strife and discord, right? So we have Five of Wands. We had a Five of Swords here, defeat and battle. Five of Wands here. Yeah, bickering, arguing, competitiveness, right? This is how you see this relationship with this person. You see yourself, and how do you see yourself in it? You see yourself in it as someone who gets drawn into a lot of little bullshit skirmishes and arguments and bickering. You find yourself competing with their friends for their time. At least you did. Right? And that's still how you see this relationship. So what I'm saying is that this is somebody who wants another chance with you, but right now your vision or what you see of it possibly being, it's just more drama, right? Leo's a lot of drama. Now your person comes in with this Knight of Swords. They see themselves in this relationship as something that they want to fight for. Now all of a sudden they got a bunch of ideas. They want to communicate. They have this energy of wanting to sort of blast away any of the ties or the things or obstacles that are in their way, but it's like, let's pull some clarifiers. Let's see. Let us see. But it's like, I don't know, Leo, this person is coming in, and I don't know if they've changed. The only thing that we can feel here is how they feel about themselves. I can't divine if this person has actually made some kind of serious life change. It's all about reading your energies and your person's energies. So let's get that Five of Wands for you. There's your king to your queen and a Queen of Pentacles. Well, I'm going to say for some of you, this Five of Wands, for some of you, may pertain to the fact that you got a new person anyway. You already have a new person. You already have somebody else. And this person coming in for you, Leo, is going to have to deal with them. and they are a king of wands. You see, they see you, your person sees you as a queen of wands here. Well, you have a king of wands in your life, right? And a queen of pentacles energy is there also in a sense, really, I want to say that you embody a lot of that queen of pentacles too. Didn't I mention that earlier with that nine of pentacles being very similar to the queen? So you embodies, you may have a lot of earth in your chart, Leo, a lot of Taurus in your chart, because you're embodying that beautiful earthy queen who puts her all into what she believes. And you have a queen, you have a king right here who's not going to let this person come in. I'm sorry. I don't see it happening. Right? They're not going to let this person come in and take their queen back. So this is a pretty interesting reading, Leo. These love connection readings aren't always about the person you're with right now. Sometimes these readings are about, a previous lover or somebody who's trying to come in or somebody who's trying to reconcile, So let's see what this Knight of Swords is about for your person. What do they see? I want to know more about what they see in this relationship. Clarity and the end. Excuse me, clarity and the end. Ace of Swords, clarity, a whole new outlook. They've realized now it's over. They realize it's over. And I think these readings oftentimes, I'm going through this scenario, but you may find yourself anywhere along this timeline. You may find yourself further along and resonating what happened before, so you realize that this message is for you, or you may be resonating with the beginning and the rest is yet to come. Take it how it resonates for you. But at some point, your person sees full clarity. Finally, the penny drops. It is over. There's a 10 of Swords there. It's done. They're riding towards something that doesn't exist anymore. They're riding towards an objective that isn't there. It's too late. Too little, too late. Too little, too late. Too little, too late. That's what I keep hearing. Too little, too late. Too little, too late. Okay? You already have moved on. Why would you go back? Why would you go back to the devil when you have the King of Wands right there? Now, how do you guys turn out? This is possible outcomes, and I don't clarify these cards because these are just whispers of the next reading or the next stage. But you have an 8 of Swords and they have a 3 of Swords. Take care, Leo, with that 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is a very toxic energy. It's a lot of pressure, and outside it's a lot of gaslighting. And also there's a second layer to that 8 of Swords. If you allow yourself to be gaslit, and, hear me clearly, if you allow yourself to be gaslit, because people gaslighting you, that is a toxic thing to do, but you allow yourself, you have to be stronger and say, I'm not letting that happen. But if you allow that to happen, you then also descend into some toxic energy, some victim energy. You don't take responsibility for what's happening to you. So you want to take care for this. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, Leo, but what I'm saying is that there are people around you who are going to try. And if you're not sort of forceful and strong, strength card, Leo, strength card is your card. If you're not forceful and strong and put boundaries in place, then you may find yourself in a bit of a tricky situation, emotionally, mentally. 3 of Swords is how your person possibly comes out. Betrayal. I'm going to say they may feel betrayed. Indeed. They may feel betrayed because it's like you had the audacity to move on with your life, right? That 3 of Swords energy there, 3 of Swords generally, it's a hurt piece. It's the heart, it's a swords card. So we're talking about communication, lies, deception. It's at the core. This card is about lies and deception that hurt your heart. Now, oftentimes that can be cheating, that can be third-party energy, but that can be a lot of things. Betrayal takes many forms. And your person definitely, by the end of all of this, I think they do definitely feel very betrayed. I'm not sure if they feel betrayed by you, or if they perhaps even feel betrayed by all of the other things in their lives that they've allowed to come in and screw this up, because they realize, certainly at some point here, Leo, your person realizes how badly they messed up with you and how much they're not going to get you back. And that's when the crying starts, right? They may have not cried before, but that's when the crying starts. All right, guys, let's go ahead and pull out some more astrological energies. I love to use this deck, the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. And I'm just going to pull out three energies, one for you, one for them, and one for the ghost. The Holy Spirit. All right, show me. Show me. Romance, enthusiasm, and discovery. Wow. Romance, enthusiasm, and discovery. This is interesting. This may indeed, because later on, your person shows up. A lot of you who are resonating with this have somebody new, and you may indeed be feeling very romantic right now. There's more Taurus energy. Look at that, Venus and Taurus, right? And all of this good feeling and romance may, in fact, be exactly one of the energies that's drawing this person in. It's the law of attraction. The more fun and happiness and joy you have, the more people are attracted in. Enthusiasm, Sun and Sagittarius. Look at these beautiful cards. Yep, that's there. Take it how it resonates. And discovery. Again, I think that discovery, Mercury and Sagittarius, really speaks to your person. Them really, really finding out, oh man, my Leo's doing good. My Leo's doing really, really good. They're happy. Look at them. And look at me, and a lot of this it's not even so much they're coming back to reconcile because they definitely realize that you were much more valuable and important to them than the people and the lifestyle that they sort of chose over you. But this is also and so yes, it's for that reason. It's also for the reason that because you look great and you're doing great, you may not have, you may have leveled up since they knew you, and there's that. But there's also just this deep understanding for them, I feel, of how badly they messed up. Like really, truly how badly they messed up. Some of you may be dealing with a Cancer, pulling out the Zodiac runes. Yep, some of you might be dealing with a Cancer. I'm going to link that reading. Some of you might be dealing with a Scorpio. Going to link that reading. They may have that energy in their chart. They may not. Some of you may be dealing with a Libra. And I encourage you to watch the Libra video because that makes a lot of sense. Just check out the thumbnail for Libra and you choose for yourself if that video is, you're the cross watcher in that video. If that video is for you, if that reading is for you. Wow, what a reading. All right, guys, thank you so much. This is Bow and Arrow Tarot. You're probably new to my channel, but this is how the weekly love readings always go for all 12 signs every week. I do hope you got something out of it. I hope it resonated for you. But for right now, guys, I'm just going to wish you and everyone in your life love, life, and happiness. And I hope to see you right back here on my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot, for your next tarot reading. Bye-bye now.